Everyone, welcome back. As usual, I'm excited to share with you some awesome tips and tricks for navigating your way in the Airbnb business. Are you the stay-at-home kind of fella who adores sharing your home with travellers, or perhaps you're an adventure seeker who loves to open up your homes to fellow explorers? Well, I've got something special for you today. But before that, make sure you hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. In this video, we'll be diving into the world of Airbnb hosting with a step-by-step guide on how to sign up and get your property listed. Now, I know the idea of becoming an Airbnb host can be a bit intimidating at first, but fear not. I've dealt with a number of problems for landlords like yourself, and I'm here to make the process a breeze for you. Whether you've got an extra room, a cozy apartment, or a stunning vacation home, Airbnb is an excellent platform to share your space with others and earn a little extra cash. In this video, I'll walk you through the entire sign-up process, starting from creating an account to crafting a standout listing that travellers won't be able to resist. So grab a cup of your favourite beverage and let's get you on your way to becoming a top-notch Airbnb host. First step, create an Airbnb account. So becoming an Airbnb host is pretty straightforward, and the first thing you've got to do is get yourself an Airbnb account. If you already have one, just log in immediately. If you do not, no worries. It's basically like signing up for any other website, but this one's all about hosting awesome guests in your property. To get started, open up your web browser or grab your smartphone and head over to the Airbnb website. You'll see a button that says something like sign up or create an account. Click that bad boy and you'll be on your way. Now they're going to ask you for some basic info like your name, email and password. Nothing too complicated, just the usual stuff. After that, you can choose to sign up with your Google or Facebook account if you want to speed things up. Easy peasy. Airbnb will prompt you to set up your listing. Basically, you're meant to enter the address of the house you're listing into the property box. The next prompt will require that you fill in the type of listing you're renting. Are you renting your entire house or an in-law suite on the side of the house? Your entire apartment or room within your apartment? Your barn or your tree house? Well, this is where you provide that info. Also, you'll add important details about the listing. Describe the number of bedrooms, bathrooms, and any unique amenities like a balcony with a stunning view or a quirky vintage decor. These details are important for guests, especially for families and groups, as bed setups and occupancy limits play a large role in choosing the right Airbnb. Because of this, I'll advise that you do not exaggerate things or withhold information about problem areas. Finally, spice up your listing with pictures. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, it can also be worth 1,000 bookings. But in all seriousness, upload some high quality JPEGs that showcase your apartment in its best light. And also make sure you include images of each room and any outstanding features. Set house rules and guidelines. This is the stage where some hosts, indeed many hosts, feel a little discomfort. Informing your guests of your do's and do nots may pass you off as being stringent, but I'd like you to think of it as laying down some ground rules to ensure that both you and your guest have a wonderful experience. Are you okay with pets, smoking, parties, or even large gatherings? Whatever it is, be honest and clear about it, as guests appreciate knowing what's allowed and what's not. Despite your exemptions, you want guests to feel at home, not like they're in a boot camp. Set rules that make sense for your space and your neighborhood. A noise curfew is cool, but asking them to whisper all day might be a bit much. Once your rules are set, make sure your guests know about them before they arrive. You can mention them in your listing descriptions and reiterate them in your welcome messages. Still watching? This must mean you'd like our other videos. Subscribe to get more videos like this. Determining your pricing and availability. Alright, let's talk about setting your price and availability. It's like finding the sweet spot for your Airbnb adventure. Just like deciding how much you charge your best friend for crashing at your place, well, almost. Getting the price right is essential for attracting guests while ensuring you feel happy with the deal. Now, when it comes to pricing, there's no one-size-fits-all approach. You've got to consider a few things. First, you must start by checking out similar listings in your area. That'll give you a rough idea of the going rates. Be competitive, but don't undersell yourself. You've got to have a unique place to offer. Second factor to consider is seasonal shenanigans. Prices can dance like nobody's watching, depending on the seasons. During peak tourist times or events in your city, you can charge a bit more. When it's quieter, consider lowering the price to attract those off-season explorers. Also, if you offer some cool extras like a pool, a hot tub, or a private parking spot, well, these goodies can be a game changer. Don't forget to take them into account when deciding the price. The length of stay is the last thing to consider when setting the price for your listing. About availability, you must be very realistic. Of course, it's tempting to keep your calendar wide open, but hey, you need your downtime too, right? Block off the dates when you know your place won't be available so you can rest and recharge. Know your local laws. As we all know, it's good to play by the rules. And that is why I will encourage any prospective host to ensure they understand the laws that pertain to the locality. Different cities have different policies when it comes to Airbnb hosting. Cities like Paris, New York City, Dubai, Miami Beach have strict rules, while others like Amsterdam, London and Portland are more laid back. So when planning, remember that it all depends on the city's zoning and administrative codes. While Airbnb is doing its part, it's essential for you, the potential host, to be in the know. Take a moment to review your local laws before listing your space. It's like a pre-hosting homework, but trust me, it's worth it to avoid any bumps in the hosting journey. So keep your eyes peeled for local requirements, stay informed, and you'll be well on your way to being an awesome Airbnb host, playing it safe and sound. Hire or enlist a co-host. Alright, let's talk about hiring or enlisting a co-host. Being a host can be a fun and rewarding experience, but it's also a lot to handle on your own, and that's where a co-host comes in. So what exactly is a co-host? Well, it's like having a teammate who's got your back when it comes to managing your Airbnb listing. They can be a friend, a family member, or even a professional co-host with experience in the hospitality game. Hosting can be time-consuming, from responding to inquiries and handling bookings to preparing the space for guests. With a co-host, you can split the workload and free up more of your time. Brainstorming and managing the listings can be a blast when you have someone to share ideas with. A co-host can bring a fresh perspective and creativity to make your Airbnb even more amazing. This reminds me of the time when my former co-host, a professional I hired for that purpose, opened my eyes to what I had never thought before. Basically, I'd been charging just as equally as other listings that were on par with mine, quality-wise in the neighborhood. But unlike most of these other houses, mine had swimming pools and a bunch of other cool features. It never occurred to me until my co-host pinpointed the superior advantage, which we eventually leveraged. We revised our info on the website and our bookings stayed consistent. Lest I forget, my co-host also brought up the idea of offering a discount to the first guest that made their booking each month. In essence, my point is that you stand a more competitive advantage when you have a trustworthy sidekick that oversees the hosting business with you. Prepare your guests before and upon arrival. Being a stellar host isn't just about providing a cozy space. It's also about setting the stage for a smooth and enjoyable stay. First things first, communicate with your guests before they arrive. When they eventually arrive, make sure you send them a warm welcome message with all the essential details, like check-in instructions, Wi-Fi, password, and any house rules you want to highlight. Let them know you're excited to host them and that you're there to help with any questions they may have. Next, think about the little things that can make a big difference. Provide fresh linens, fluffy towels, and some extra amenities to make your guests feel pampered. A thoughtful touch like leaving a welcome basket with snacks or a local guidebook can go a long way in making them feel right at home. Don't forget to give them some insider tips about the area. Share your favorite local spots, restaurants, and must-visit attractions. Being a tourist in a new place can be overwhelming, so your recommendations will be greatly appreciated. Be responsive and communicative. During their stay, be accessible and responsive. If they have questions or encounter any issues, be there to lend a helping hand. A happy and well cared for guest is more likely to leave you a glowing review. Finally, when it's time for them to check out, express your gratitude for choosing your space, send them off with a friendly farewell message, and invite them to come back anytime. Ready to be an Airbnb host now? Congratulations. You're now all set to embark on your Airbnb hosting journey. By following this step-by-step guide, you've learned the ropes of signing up and creating a standout listing. So let your creativity shine, embrace the world of hospitality, and get ready for a rewarding and memorable experience as an Airbnb host. Happy hosting. Enjoyed this video? Like and follow for more. Don't forget to download your free Airbnb guide. Link is in the video.